Hi friends, welcome to another studio vlog. If you don't know me, my name is MzzBev and I am the owner and creator of MzzBev Creates. I'm a self-taught digital illustrator. I've been drawing all my life though, traditionally, and I create stickers, stationery, some crafts in my Etsy shop. So welcome. Glad to have you here if you're new, and for those of you who aren't, welcome back. I've got my notes here. I am off a week. I did not post anything last week because I've been busy with outside the studio stuff. But just wanted to run some things by you. I'm going to be a Chatty Cathy today, but I will also show you some video of what I was able to videotape. Today is Tuesday, June the 30th. So it's the week, it's a patriotic week because Saturday is July 4th, most anticipated 4th of July of all my life, I may say, because it's the 250th birthday of our wonderful, magnificent country. So I know you guys probably already knew that, right? So, but yes, today is June 30th, and it's bittersweet for me because it is my late husband's birthday. My daughter and I, we started out with donuts because he absolutely loved donuts and could have one almost every day. He called them kokos, or sometimes his power pills. I sent her off to go get some donuts, and I'll show you a picture of them because you're probably thinking, why do I want to see a picture of donuts? Well, the whole country has been very patriotic, and Dunkin' Donuts put out some patriotic donuts, and we got some, and I was so excited to participate in that. And so we ate donuts in his honor. We ran some errands later, went to the recycling center. I dropped off a big order, and then we went and grabbed some burgers for our big meal of the day, which is one of his favorite meals. Was he absolutely loved burgers. He could eat a burger every day. We had a good day of celebrating him. Happy heavenly birthday to my Pookie, and we made it fun. Also, I wanted to run by you something that's been keeping us busy, but on the personal side, has to do with Dexter. I know last year he started to slow down on his walks. He wasn't, like prancing and come on, Grandma, let's keep going, like he used to be. He slowed down a lot. We still went the same length, which is like maybe a half a mile. We walked half a mile in the morning. But then he started to slow down, and it wasn't because he was sniffing here and sniffing there. It was just because he literally, in the dead of winter, would get tired with his tongue hanging out to the side because he was either tired or fatigued, maybe in pain, I don't know. I also noticed that when he was in the living room, I have a rug there, he started to get up differently. As in, for instance, if he was facing to the left and he wanted to go to the right, instead of standing up and turning to go, he would pivot on his bum. And he'd never done that before. I noticed it more and more and more. He developed this hacking cough that also made me nervous, and I decided I'm going to take him to the vet. By the time the vet was able to get me in and to see him, most of his cough had gone away. So I don't know if he had just caught a cold. Do dogs catch colds? I don't know. But anyway, he was still doing the pivoting on his bum. So she took his blood, urine, fecal sample, feces sample. Anyway, you know what I mean. They tested him, and thankfully he doesn't have anything wrong with him. She checked him out and asked, of course, a bunch of questions, and come to find out that he has invertebral disc disease, IVDD. Very common with corgis or with dogs that have a long back. What it is a like a slip disc. It starts to affect the nerves to his legs. That's why he was pivoting. It would make it easier for him to pivot instead of stand up and turn around and go. Pivoting on his bum, but his back legs are starting to wobble. Like his rear axle is loose and the front of him is fine, but the back is loose and wobbly. Sometimes looks like he's drunk or his legs are getting lame. So when we took him back for his follow-up this past Tuesday, because they put him on some pain medication and prednisone. So she says, I'm going to have you back in 2 weeks to see how he's doing for a follow-up. She asked how he was doing, and I said, well, he's not getting any better. It's not getting any better. And I know it's a progressive disease. He won't get healed from it unless, of course, he had surgery, which is very risky at his age. But she said the surgery may last for a little bit, but it's a progressive disease. He's not going to get any better. So she said that all we can do is just give him the best life that we can. I've read a lot online, so he could have 6 months still left, maybe a year, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. It's getting worse to where he struggles to get up. I've had to put area rugs all over the apartment so that he doesn't slip on the tile. We bought a little cart for him, and I'll show you a video of me taking him, and we've had it for like almost 2 weeks now. He hates getting in it because I have to pick him up to put him in it. But once he's in it, he seems to enjoy it. And the vet said that was good that we were able to do that. I wish I could get a wheelchair for him, but he has never ever liked anything on his person. I may have mentioned this before, that I've had him for 8 years maybe now, and he still growls when I go to remove his leash. You would think that after 8 years he would have gotten used to it, but yeah, he does not like it when you try to put any type of clothing on him. He won't. Oh no, he will not allow us to put him in a wheelchair because it's going to have to take his back legs being put up here while his front legs are holding him up, and he's going to be wondering, what are you doing to me? Leave me alone, stop it, you're hurting me, whatever. I did so much reading, and I did some research and read that a cart and hauling them around would be good for them so that they can, get some fresh air and to move around and see the scenery, what they're used to seeing and all that. So he's still able to walk. He's not totally lame just yet, but he's still able to walk. And in the mornings when I take him out for his morning walk, we will go the furthest, which is still nothing compared to what he used to walk when he was good and healthy. So, but he still is able to do his business. He hasn't had any accidents in the house yet, but I think that's something that is going to be happening in the near future. He's on medication. They're going to take him off to prednisone because it's not working as far as helping him walk a little better. But he is on pain medication, and that he will continue to take for the rest of his life. Dad has kept me busy for the past couple months trying to figure out how to help him, how to make his life as easy as possible. Seems happy when he's enjoying his walk and his rides and his eating his snacks. He's on a little diet. His treats now they're not dog treats at all. They're green beans. He loves green beans. And will gobble them down every time I give him some. He's losing weight. He has to lose some weight. She said that would help him. So, but anyway, that's the update on Dexter Boy. And I just wanted to let you all know what's going on with him. So, something that I started to do, and you may notice that it kind of looks different in my background. I have taken down my artist alley. I haven't taken down the words themselves up there, but if you notice, I don't have any art up on my wall. I'm trying to redo my area because now that this is my bedroom, I just thought, I need something different. But fret not, I did not throw anything away. I ended up putting it in a binder. This is what I figured out what I was going to do. I was going to put them in a binder and have a page for them. And that way I don't throw them away, but I get to keep all these memories because I've been saving these since Michigan. Since I got my first order from, let me show you. This is it. This is the only color I could get in this size. I wish it was another color, but that's okay. I can always paint it and do something with it. So let me show you who my first artist was. Her name is Monique. She's a watercolor artist from Canada. And she was so sweet. She asked for my address because I'm trying to think. I didn't order anything from her because she doesn't sell her art. She's a very talented woman who does beautiful baking, and I'll leave all her information below. Beautiful baking, garden, oh my goodness, and watercolor. She's amazing. So she sent me these, and I was so honored that she sent me these. And they're beautiful. I've kept them since Michigan. I will keep them forever. And she's just a sweetheart, been a great encourager. But anyway, that's what I've done with all the artists. I've put everything in here. So I'm going to go through this with you sometime soon. Not today, but sometime soon. So that's what I've done with Artist Ellie. And what I end up doing with these walls, I'm not sure. Well, I kind of know. I just haven't started yet. I'm not going to start until I get back and I'm more settled into my apartment again once the holiday is over and everything. I do need to do some sanding and painting of the wall because it left a lot of residue and some of the tape tore some of the drywall. There's a piece right there. I don't know if you can see it underneath the D on blessed. So I need to sand it down and then paint it. I was able to get some paint from the maintenance guy. So I'm ready to redo this wall. At the beginning of this month, the first 2 weeks, I posted every day an illustration that I made of Audrey the Atomic Spy Cat. I had a version of her in the daytime where she's clumsy, goofy, very careless. In nighttime, she's a stealthy spy. I have a total of 14 illustrations of her. So that took up 2 weeks of one post every day. Every other day I posted illustrations because I drew her. Of daytime every other day and then nighttime every other day. I posted them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. That kept me busy every morning and it was fun. It was fun to put her in a different setting every day and I enjoyed it. That was really fun. But once it was done with, I took a break because it was very time consuming to social media all across my platform every morning of her. After that, I started to work on the next phase of Audrey. I can't say just yet what I'm doing with her. It will be revealed at the end of August, around there because I know at the end of August too I'm going to be busy getting ready for football. So working on the new Audrey project has been keeping me busy, and I haven't been able to videotape it because I'm not ready to reveal her just yet. Oh, I updated my Jesus Movement hippie stickers. I don't know if you all remember at the beginning of this year when I made my move back to Etsy from Shopify. I said I was going to update all my stickers, or a lot of my stickers, the ones that I was going to add to my Etsy shop. I didn't add all of them. I add a selected few. And with the selected few that I plan to put in my Etsy shop, I was going to update them. So I updated my Jesus Movement ones. They're more or less the same, except I pulled those off from last year off of Canva and then added my own colors and some more elements to it and stuff. Excuse me. But with these, I went ahead and redrew them myself individually, each one on Procreate. So, and I put them back in the sticker sheet. I tweaked the sticker sheet. It looks a little better. It's got some fillers in it of some peace signs and some daisies. So let me show you the updated version of my Jesus Movement stickers. So aren't they adorable? Check them out, friends. They're in my shop now. Go ahead and grab them. I'd like to have these out during the summertime because I don't know why hippie Jesus movement reminds me of summertime. Maybe it's because the movie Jesus Revolution, if you haven't seen it, it's free on YouTube. I'll leave a link below. You got to check it out. But it was how the hippie movement back in the 60s, 70s were turning to Jesus, and they called them Jesus freaks. And I was elementary, preteen during that time, and I remember it because I went to church when I was younger. I went to church camp. I went to vacation Bible school. I was very much involved in church growing up, and I remember seeing pictures and hearing talk of the older kids talking, maybe seeing videos of Jesus freaks, of the hippie movement turning to Jesus. And we even sang some of the songs that they sang, that they wrote. We sang them at camp. So I was part of that, just not very much involved as far as the hippies, like the hippies were. So, and so while I was creating that, or tweaking my Jesus movement stickers, I also created a weekly calendar, a new weekly calendar. It's not 100% ready just yet, but what I made so far, I'm really thrilled with it, and I may offer it as a digital download. So here it is. It's called Weekly Vibes. And then it's got a box for every day of the week, and it's looks like it's in a binder. But let me see here. This box says gigs. So for instance, you can write down some important appointments that you might have during the week. The next box next to it says let's catch some rays. Maybe some more events, but are more relaxed events, maybe going to the beach or going out to the backyard to get some sun, sit by the pool. And then the week start below that. Sunday is really big, so here's this whole box is for Sunday, and then it continues on the other side of the page, and that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So they're all in different colorful, bright colors. You can write down what you got going on that day, maybe an appointment, a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, a vet appointment, errands you need to run, grocery day, pay your rent, whatever. But I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty groovy, out of sight, right on. And I'm planning to tweak it some, and we'll probably make it available as a digital download. So friends, go check it out. I'll leave links below once they're ready. I don't know if I'll have the calendar ready when this video is published, but I'm going to do my best to get it published. So, let's see, what else am I doing? Oh, I also created or worked on, I've been wanting to do this, and I did something similar a couple years ago where I created a cherry theme for the summertime. Back a couple years ago, it was a lot of kitchen utensils with the cherry themed red and light turquoise. I went ahead and created a brand new cherry theme, and I kind of wanted to spin off of the Traverse City National Cherry Festival. Traverse City is in Michigan. Here's Michigan. Traverse City is here at the top. We lived here in Manistee, and we would go to the Cherry Festival, but unfortunately I only went once, maybe twice, but I think it was one time with my sister, and I'll show you some pictures of it. I wish I had taken more. I really do. I wish I had taken more, but anyway, everything is cherry, and it was so much fun. It's right next to Lake Michigan. And anything next to Lake Michigan is just gorgeous. I went off of that theme and created. Let me show you what I created. I got to show you on my computer desktop. Let's see here. I've got it in my affinity photo, but there it is. I want to make a notepad, and this is what I've done so far. It's not done. I'm working on it still. And let me zoom in on it so you can see it. Let you see it. But anyway, the pad itself is going to be that very light turquoise green, almost mint green. It's got some lines, some subtle lines across. Again, this is going to be a notepad. At the top, it's got like a white border, and then the cherries all the way across. And again, I drew all these illustrations. And then I've got pink lemonade right here, cherries right there, a cup of cherries. That's what I called it, because at the festival, you can buy a cup full of cherries and just eat them just like that. And those were very, very popular. And then at the bottom, I have a cherry pie. I don't like the way that came out. I don't like the way it looks there. I think I'm going to make a new illustration. I don't know of what, but I'm not going to use that one. I just don't like it. I'm not happy with it. And then we go back on this side, and I made a little jar of cherry jam with a gingham top and a bow tied around it. Cute, cute, cute. And then this space is empty because I have another illustration to draw. So like I said, it's not ready yet. Still working on it. But I will have that out soon. And then I got a new toy. I haven't unwrapped it yet, and maybe I'll unwrap it later. I'm going to be gone for a week, and my roommate will be here at the apartment, staying at the apartment. But I'm going to be gone for a little over a week. I don't want to do anything too big until I get back. But I bought, and this is, I've been wanting to purchase it this summer. That was my goal, was to buy a guillotine, because the old paper cutter that I have, I don't know if I've ever showed you as I used it. You've seen me use it this past spring as I cut some notepads and who knows what else I was cutting. But I have to hold the lever up with my head when I'm straightening the paper to where I want it exactly, so that I can use the lever to chop it down and cut the paper. Well, it won't stay up by itself. I got to use my head to hold it up. That's nonsense. That's ridiculous. I'm tired of doing that. I am so tired of doing that. I'm over it. So when it started to do that, I got so upset, and I thought, you know, I'm going to get one of those nice ones, those kind where, you know, you can cut 50 sheets at one time and with no problem. I will open it up probably in the next video or when I get back. Oh, I've got a commission. My daughter-in-law has hired me to make some thank you notes, birthday notes, and thank you notes for her travel business. She's a travel agent, and she hired me to make those. So I need to make some samples for her because I'm going to see her in a couple days. So I got to work on that. But I'm also going to, later on, when I go to relax in the living room, I'm going to do 2 illustrations for my cherry notepad. So, okay, friends, and with all that I've said, which was plenty, I appreciate you coming. Thanks for coming, and I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Y'all take care. For those of you in the U.S., happy Independence Day. Enjoy your holiday, and thank God for this wonderful country of ours, and be safe. Love y'all. Take care, and God bless. Are we scratching your back? These feel so good on the dry grass. Scratchy, 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 scratchy. Good boy. Good boy. You got it?